All right, hello everyone. So this video is on a links-only presentation. This is very similar to a non-linear presentation, which is another lesson. However, this one is slightly different. In a non-linear presentation, you generally have one master slide and all of these links coming back off of it. In a links-only presentation, I might have a slide with many links in it, but not everything goes back to that original slide. So nonlinear would be more of a portfolio idea where you might have a table of contents and then links out of that table of contents to specific sections in your presentation, but you're always going to be going back to that table of contents. This, for example, this links only presentation is a little bit different. It's a review, so I have a couple of problems and it's going to link to different slides. But once I get the right answer, I want to move on to the next question. So it's still linear to some extent, because you are going to be progressing through the presentation, but you might not be progressing the same way. It's sort of like one of those choose your own adventure books. All right, so a couple of things. You'll notice there are blue arrows. Well, let me back up. So I have this question, 3x plus 52 equals 0, solve for x, okay. And I have these 4 different answer options, and each answer option has a blue arrow. Blue arrows mean that they're linked to something. So if I tap on those words, it will link to something. Now that can be an email, a website, or another slide in my presentation. And these are all linked to other slides in my presentation. Now let me tap on one of these links to just kind of get some information about it. If I tap on link settings, you'll see that this answer is linked to slide number 3. All right, and there's all kinds of different options. I could, if I tap on slide, here's where I can change what it links to. If I tap on link to slide, these are the different slide options. Notice I only have 4 slides in my Keynote, so I can only link to those 4 slides. So you have to first create the slides and then come back in and fill in the links. You can't link to a slide that doesn't exist yet. Right? One little bit of advice, I would highly recommend that you always link to a slide number. By linking, let's say, to first slide or next slide or previous slide, if I want to add something, like let's say I want to add a title slide to the front that I forgot to put in, that's going to change all of my links. If I link to a specific slide number, those will hold. And when I add that new slide at the beginning, everything will be shifted down automatically. All my links will hold. However, if I link it to the first slide, well, now that first slide is my title slide, so I have to go back and change all of those links that were originally linked to slide number 1. So if you want to link something to the beginning, like for example, it might be easier if I just show you. Down here I have other links. Notice, oops, that's the correct answer. Here we go. I should have known that. Okay, notice here, I want this to go back to the question. They answered it wrong, and I'd like them to go back to the question, but I put specifically slide number 1. I don't say link to first slide, because I might want to change the order of things, change things around, and it's just a lot easier if I keep everything linked to specific slide numbers. Another way to help you organize, you might notice that in Keynote, I can drag my files and indent them. Okay, I can kind of indent them a little bit. What this does, it allows me to move slides as packets of information. So notice, I kind of indented 3 a little bit too far, but that's fine. You'll notice I have question number 1, and underneath question number 1, I have slides 2 and 3. Now, if I need to change the order of questions, I can drag and move that entire thing around as a specific grouping. As a specific grouping. Whoops, I don't want that embedded under there. There we go. So now I've just taken all of those slides from question number 1, and I've moved them to the end. So it makes it so that I don't have to worry about selecting multiple slides or any problems like that. It's just a lot easier. To get those embeddings, I just tap and hold on to the slide until I can move it around, and then I just kind of either push it all the way out to the end, or kind of just embed it a little bit. And you see that you get a little gray line that I can move around a little bit, and it'll show me what my current indentation level is. Okay, so that kind of just embeds them within it. It's just purely for movement of slides and organization. It doesn't really do anything to the presentation style itself. Okay, so let's kind of see how this works out. So I'm going to play my presentation. I have this question, and notice I should probably have put something like tap on the correct answer, maybe to give them a little bit more guidance on what to do. But let's say I tap on this first x equals 0. So I'm going to tap on x equals 0, and it takes me directly to a slide that tells me that I'm not correct. Right? And instead, you could put a little maybe why it's wrong or some helpful hints. I put like little motivational quotes just because I thought that would be a little bit more fun for this presentation. But I want to try it again. Rather I have to try it again. So try again. Okay, well, let me try this other top one at 52/3. That seems mathy. Oh, no, it's not quite right. Okay, so maybe I actually do it out and I get the answer is negative 17.33. Here I'm linked to another slide, but this is the correct answer slide. Now notice the box at the top has changed. I'm no longer prompted to try again. I can now move on to the next question. Right? And if I tap on that, it'll bring me to the next question in line. I was too lazy to change the answer options, so please, this is another question. Don't think this is the same one again. So this allows me to progress through a presentation or through a review, let's say, and only being able to progress if I know the correct answer. Now there's one other thing we have to do on the back end. We don't want them just to be able to click anywhere and progress through, right? That it would completely defeat the purpose if I'm able to tap anywhere on my screen and it progressed through. To get that feature, all I do is I hit the 3 circles in the upper right-hand corner and I scroll down to presentation type. Now under presentation type, I can select links only. Links only will only progress through the links. Tapping anywhere else just doesn't help. Okay, so one little helpful hint, please make sure at the end of your presentation you do have a link to exit slideshow. All right, you don't want them to get to the end and then not be able to get out. So please just make sure you do that you have a exit slideshow link on the last answer, otherwise there's going to be some problems. All right, hopefully this helped out, and thank you very much and good luck.